one thing that can really make your life easy is people liking you. Well, not everybody has to like you, but if the right people like you, it can help push your life forward. You can start getting better results from your life. Why? Because one main reason is we are always dealing with people, right? Almost always, most of us deal with people every single day. So if they like you, well, it helps you live a better life. It just helps you get things done in a quicker, easier way, professionally, personally, whatever it is. So in this video, I'll be telling you guys about 6 ways to make people like you. Hello guys, welcome to Book Ideas, where we tell you interesting ideas from interesting books. Today's idea we'll be taking from the book How to Win Friends and Influence People. Okay, this is a very old book. This is considered as classic, written by none other than Dale Carnegie himself. Now this book is something that everybody who's learning communication skills or anybody who's into personal development or self-help, they all have this book in their shelf or any other book from this author. That's how good this book is. It still stands the test of time. With that said, what are the 6 ways to make people like you? First way is become genuinely interested in people. So somebody asked this speaker, they asked this, he was a motivational speaker, he was good at business as well, he was a business coach as well. They asked him, how do you get good at communicating with people? How do you get good at communicating with people in a room? And he said one thing, he said, the most interesting person in a room is the most interested person. The most interesting person in the room is the one who is the most interested in other people. And that is the power of genuine curiosity and interest. When you're really smitten by someone, when you really are interested in them, the way you speak to them changes. The way you speak to them makes them want to talk to you more and more and more. And guess what? We all, if there's something that we all like, it's other people taking interest in us, other people showing interest. And that is exactly why other people will like you for it, for showing interest. Remember, interest doesn't mean you become nosy and ask them about every single thing. It's just weird. But if you can show interest in a casual, normal way, nothing out of the ordinary, and if you can just be a curious person, if you can talk with a little bit of curiosity, that can change the way the person you're talking to feels about you. Second one, smile. Look, smile is something that is scientifically proven to make others feel good. It is something that has a big impact, especially when it comes to first impressions. Now, why does this work? Scientifically speaking, we have something called as mirror neurons, which is why when the other person feels sad, you can feel that emotion. When the other person looks sad with their, mouth like that, or they're just sad, you can feel that, or you can feel something is wrong. When a person is smiling, when they're happy, it kind of rubs off on you. Why? Because your brain is reacting to it. It understands. Instinctively, you kind of understand, or you feel similar to what the other person is feeling. Similar being the keyword here. So when you smile, the other person's brain is telling them, first main thing is, look, this person is smiling. There's nothing to worry about. Second thing is, mirror neurons kicks in and they will start to feel a little bit of how you feel. A little bit of happy, smile, or relaxed. And that is exactly why you should smile more. Here, a word of caution. If you're someone who's not taken seriously, if you're someone who is very casual, who's looked at as a very friendly person, if you want to be taken more seriously, you might have to reduce your smile a little bit. However, that's another topic. If I would have made that video, then you can click somewhere here to understand why smiling will actually make people not take you seriously. Remember that person's name. For a person, their name is the sweetest sound in the world. Now, you know what? if there's one thing that makes you feel special immediately, is somebody calling your name. You just feel something about it, right? Like, whatever it is, whoever it is, when they call you with your name, you feel that difference. Why do you feel that way? Now, there's one main reason behind it, and that reason is simple. When somebody calls you by name, let me ask you this, who calls you by name? Your close friends, your family, right? The close friends, family, or close social circle are people who generally use your name and they're comfortable with it. When another person who doesn't know you uses that name, you kind of anchor that feeling that you have with your close friends and families to the other person using your name as well. You kind of feel that little bit of intimate feeling towards them, right? Go ahead and try it out. Ask someone random to speak to another person with their name and they begin to feel good. That's the first one. Second one is you are going to be impressed. Or when you call someone by their name, they are going to be impressed. And why is that? Remembering or forgetting name is something that's very common. Everybody forgets name. And when you remember, it shows that you have taken initiative, that you've taken enough interest to remember their name. It makes them feel important. We all love to feel important, right? And when you use their name, you are making them feel important. And that is why they will have a positive feeling towards you. And with that said, you don't have to keep on using their name. For example, if your name is Kumar, hey Kumar, how are you doing? So Kumar, is that right? Really Kumar? No Kumar. Yes Kumar. Well, are you asking my name Kumar? Well, my name is Abhishek Kumar. No, not Abhishek Kumar. My name is Abhishek Kumar. Whatever it is. You get it, right? It kind of gets weird, so don't overuse it. Fourth one, be a good listener and encourage other people to speak about themselves. Now, what is the most important topic in the world for any of us? It's us. It's our lives. That's the most important thing for us in the world. So what can you do with this information? Encourage people to speak about themselves. Ask them questions about them. Let them speak about themselves. Don't try to one-up them. Okay, this is another issue too. For example, if somebody tells, you know what, I'm going through a tough time. And they're like, yeah, you know what? I'm going through even tougher time. I had gone through even tougher thing. Don't try to one-up them and don't try to get attention onto you. Keep the attention on them. Make their life or make the conversation of your and the person's topic about that person. And when you do, one thing is this, that person will feel important. They'll feel important because both of you are talking about their life. They're like, wow, okay, we're talking about my life. It's the most important topic to me, so I feel important. Second one is that they will feel heard. This is something that I hadn't realized till recently, but after learning to be a good listener, the number of people who have told me, Abhishek, you're such a good listener. Like, I don't know, like, I feel like I can comfortably share with you. And they also say that, you know what, I really wish someone would hear me out at certain point of times in my life. And that's when I started to realize, when you listen to someone speak about themselves or their life or anything that they're going through, they feel good. We all would like to be heard, right? But in this busy time, we are stuck with social media, we have our own life drama to deal with. A rare thing is you listening to another person. So when you can listen to another person, let them talk, they feel good about it. They will have good feelings toward you. Now with that said, do not keep pestering them with questions. Don't make it like an interview. Okay, hey, where are you from? Oh, really? What do you do? Okay, really? Is that what you do? What about your parents? Do you have parents? How many parents? What's their name? Really? Uh-huh. Do you have children? Are you married? Do you go to school? Do you go to college? Where do you work? How much is your salary? Don't just keep pestering them with questions. Make a conversation as well, but try to put the attention on them. That's all. Fifth one, talk in terms of other person's interest. One of the most annoying thing that can happen to anyone is being left out in a conversation. Even worse thing that can happen to someone is being stuck in a conversation where they don't have anything to contribute towards. They don't understand it. They just don't get it. Now, what I mean by this, look, have you ever been in a group of friends and a discussion came up and you felt like you didn't know anything about the topic, you don't know what to contribute, it just felt awkward, and then one or two people in the group kept on going with it, the rest of the group couldn't relate to it. Have you ever been there? I've been on both sides of it. I've been on a side where I have started a discussion of topic where everybody could not get involved, but I've also been on the other side where two people or one or two people who has started a topic that none of the group members could relate to. And I'll tell you, it doesn't feel good. You don't feel included, right? That happens to everyone. So what do? You try to speak in terms of other person's interest. They will feel, number one, they'll feel included. Number two, they'll feel good because they are able to contribute to conversation. We all would like to contribute. We all would. Ask anyone in their life, okay, what is it that they really loved about their life? Ask them top 5 things. One of them will be their contribution towards the world. And from today, if I told you you cannot contribute anything to the world, you are going to not like it. So this is why this works. And again, because of this, they will harbor good feelings towards you. Sixth one, make other person feel important and do it sincerely. The rule is to kind of treat other people the way you would like to be treated. If you like to be treated, give them treated with respect. What I mean, in generally, how would you like to be treated? With respect, right? The positive compliments or some kind of a thing, something positive, right? You want people to react positively to you. Similarly, when you're speaking to other people, respect them. Okay, give them some respect. Compliment them. Start talking about them. Use some of the techniques that I've told you before. And with all these, you will be making the other person feel important. And by now you already know when you make other person feel important, they feel good. So that's the 6th point, guys. Now with that said, before I conclude anything, remember, this is not an endorsement for you to make other people like you desperate. It's not. Don't go out of your way, in the sense, don't lie, don't manipulate in order to make people like you. It's not good. Okay, if some people don't like you, that's okay. If people like you, that's okay. In general, use these tips. Okay, when after these steps, of course, you may not like the other person, or the other person may not like you, and that's okay. We all have difference of opinions, and some we like, some we don't. That's okay. Respect the fact that you may dislike dislike a person, or a person may dislike you, and it's okay. It's okay. Not everybody has to like you, or you don't have to like everybody else. So that's it, guys. If you felt like you learned something of value, something that you could use, then leave a like, hit that subscribe button. With that said, I will see you in the next video. This is Abhishek signing off. Goodbye.